So here we are for round 7 of the CXR GTE 2019 Season 2 League. We're at Daytona International Speedway road course. As you can see, it's a 24 degrees, 26 degrees-ish. I don't know why there's two different temperatures, but anyway. Yeah, so we've got two 30-minute races. Second race is a reverse grid, so that's always exciting, but without further ado, let's go to the grid system. Oh, and that's really loud. It's just not too bad. So there we go. We got Neil M. Andrews in pole position for Project Black Racing. Aaron D. Taylor for Project Black Racing. Just behind him in second. Juan Gomez in third. Christopher Seaver in fourth. Victor Suarez in sixth. Sorry, Marcus Calvo in fifth. Jose Vega in 8th, Bill McDougall in 7th, Craig Shelton in 9th, Dennis Rakovitz in 10th, Frank Algorithm in 11th, David Lee Patterson in 12th.
Stay behind the safety car in the right lane.
Wow, that's really loud. I need to turn that down a bit in my ear. And these are the rest of your drivers rounding out the grid, so we are just on the formation lap. Back so we can see. So there we go, the safety car is off. Just waiting for Neil to put his foot down.
Go, go, go.
Looks like one of my Frias Gammon has got a great
Track
start.
temperature's decreasing. It's
No,
now
it's Marcus Calvo.
Celsius. The guy in front is Rivero.
Gets himself into second. Oh, Aaron's just taken a little tap and he's ended up in the pit, well, in the pit entry. I'm not going to be happy with that. Let's go back to the battle at the front. See what's happening. Oh, we do have a little bit of action at the back here. I'm not sure. Troy Banks is in the first season. I'm not sure why he just turned up and raced last night. I need to figure that out. But anyway, let's keep an eye on everyone switching around. There's a big crash there as well. Yeah, Troy Banks. I should have kicked these guys out. I do apologise for everyone that was still there. I only realised last minute. So Javier Quilon is in the pit, I believe. Let's go for the battle for first, because I think this got actually quite tasty throughout the whole entire race. So I'm looking forward to this one.
The gap to Rivero ahead is now 0.9. Look at this for a battle for first position. He's gone for a spin. Neil's just managed to avoid him. So that puts one of my Frias Gammers, or Hammers, I will say it right at some point. Maybe I'll just change the name so I start with a H instead of a G. I think Craig Shelton's just had a little bit of an accident. He's ended up in the wall. He has. So Marcus Calvo, Michael Andres all get past. Let's go back to the battle for first.
Don't let this guy intimidate you.
Evening, Clark. You alright? Hope you're having a good holiday, man. A bit loud around here, isn't it? I would like to close my window, but I don't think that's going to happen because it's mighty warm. Where's the Daytona one? That'll do. Just need to tweet something out. Hey, Furman. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'd miss the racing as well if I was away for 2 weeks. So there we go. We have someone into the pits. Who is that? Javier Keon. As David Lee Patterson makes a move there. Gets himself past Jose Maria Maldonado Vega. These two are still battling out up into the bus stop. Also, they're on bloody. There we go. What have I just missed? What have I just missed? Did someone go off? I think this is the closest gap at the moment. We don't seem to have any.
Okay,
info
Phil,
on
you're
the,
reeling River Road in. The gap's
there
now
we go.
1.4
There we go. We got
seconds.
some. Now we got some info. See what top speed they reach down here. And I imagine the Ferrari might just be slightly faster than the BMW. I don't know why. Ba? Who's Ba? Demba Ba? The old Chelsea striker. Great battle going on here for third position as well. I was in this battle for quite a while and then I just made my own mistake. No worries, man. No, Alba's not in this.
2.1.
This battle going on between David and Michael Endres. A little bit closer to the action. Neil got a little bit out of shape there. That's going to give one of my 3S guys
The gap to Rivero ahead
the
is
run
now
on him,
1.7
which he has.
seconds.
He's gone into first position. Easy, Fletch. You good? I want that bit to show stops. Why? What can I get it to show? Let's go with gains. Yeah, there we go. So many battles going on right now, it's hard to keep up with them all. Yeah, good one. Better than last week anyway. Oh, do I? Really? I mean, I can turn... well, my voice is going into the yellow and they're just breaching the red, which is where I want it, so... It could be because my fan's on behind me, though. There's not really much I can do about that. So... Oh, really? All I did there was turn the cars down a little bit. Maybe it was flooding the airwaves. Looks like we've got another battle going on between two tent factory drivers. No, I'll put the cars back up a little bit then. Battle for first was back and forth all the way through, I think. I think it ended up in a 5-way battle, I think. I might just gave that away.
The gap to Calvo behind is now 1.9.
Ah, there we go. Turn off crew chief. I don't know why crew chief is on. Neil gets himself into the lead. Into turn 1. You see that we've got 4 or 5. Yeah, 5 guys all joining this front battle. So these two have been slowing themselves down for a little bit. Chris Seaver, Dennis Rakovitz and Victor Suarez are now right in this tail on this battle. I'm not too far behind the battle. There we go. Just in the background. I was hoping they were all going to start slowing each other down and then I could get involved as well. So Lewis Morgan is in the pits. Troy Banks is in the pits. Been in the pits for a while. Chris Needham's now gone into the pits. Oh no, he's hit the wall. I did remember thinking, well, there's a place that I didn't think I was going to get. I wish there was a way you could kind of sort these names by the gap, have the smallest gap at the top. Some way of doing some easy battles. So Victor's going to try and gain a bit of an advantage. He has lost 3rd place, as you can see by the 3 lights on the side of his car, so he must have been in 3rd when he went over the line. looks like we've got maybe a pass coming on here. Oh, it looks like Michael's just made a massive mistake there. I won't give any anything away, but yeah, the second race was more mine. I have to see whether I can find the bit in the bit that I'm talking about, but two BMWs fighting out now for the lead. The number 999 of Chris Seaver and number 44 of Neil Andrews. Oh, just had a crash. Oh no, he's pitted, I think. So let's have a look just at the pit stops. See if anyone has pitted in the top 8 yet. Oh wow, you can see that Aaron had that little accident, but he's got himself back into P8. So really good effort from him there. Oh no, and Dennis has had a spin. He's going for some donuts. It's exactly what you want to see. Just pulls out of the road so he's not going to cause any accidents and gets himself back on track. Let's go back down to the front because I remember Chris and Neil were at each other for quite a while. Dennis has now found himself back in a battle with Aaron Taylor. Oh no, 10. These guys were getting close, so Neil has gone into the pits. He's been quite early, I would say. Well, we're 15 minutes into the race. Dennis has gone into the pits as well. We're back on the front battle because Victor Suarez is now starting to put a little bit of pressure on Chris, so go and have a look at the battle between Philip Russell and Craig Shelton. Chris Needham is now getting caught up by Craig Shelton as well. Some Team CXR liveries on screen. I was in my own little race, just kind of racing around by myself for a good 20 minutes. It was a bit odd, but considering there's so many drivers on track. Philip Russell enters the pits for his first pit stop. Now we can actually look at some of the pit strategies. Well, I suppose we can't actually because no one's got back into their original positions yet. Back to 25. There we go.
quite a few entering the pits now, so the strategies are going to start to split. Oh no, we've had a crash. We have had a crash. Might go back to the replays after this, just check out some of the incidents. I don't think there were too many, so I've found myself in second at the moment. David's not too far behind. Oh, I remember what happened now. So Neil and Chris are fighting out. These are the two leaders, even though they're in 4th and 5th respectively. So what happened there was I was coming out the pits and someone rang my doorbell. Scared the absolute shit out of me. I span and did a 360 in the pit wall, Roman Grosjean style. I didn't manage to damage my car too badly, so I managed to. I think I only lost about 3 positions. So me and David had a little battle for a bit. Still going on as well. It's crazy. Crazy nil. Go back with Aaron because I think he is now closing up. Although I was closing up on David as well, so I'll give myself a little bit of screen time. Look at this train, so good. I do like Daytona for that, for the fact that you can just get a nice little train going. Well, I've gone to try and make some kind of NASCAR move by myself. Probably not the wisest of choices. As David takes a position, he's going to take that inside line. Does everyone get through safely? They do. Oh, looks like Philip Russell's had a bit of an issue coming out of the pits there. Or he spun at the first corner and ended up in the pits, which is easy to do. I wasn't giving this up easy on Aaron after he slid it up the inside the other day. Hey-oh. Yeah, exactly, Kieran. It'd be awesome if there was replays, because I'd love to do like a full-on replay back. Because you can't always see half the battles when you're live streaming it. At least I can actually see all the timing screens and start to take notice of them. And I've got a separate display with all of the actual full-on timings in sector 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as they do it in iRacing, and all the interval gaps. So let's see who's gained some positions. So you can see Michael Endres has gained 12 positions from his starting place. we are watching you, David. There you go. Name on screen. I wasn't giving this one up though. Not with this much detail, unfortunately, Kieran. Oh, dang. That's where it was. Right, let's go back to the lead because I think this battle is about to get seriously tasty and there's only 7 minutes left of the race. Go back to the intervals so I can see them all again. Yeah, not for me. Or Dennis. He felt well bad. He sent me a message straight away. He was like, I'm so sorry. he just slid across the track and there's nothing he could do. I'm not the type of person that I don't. Obviously, if it's their fault, I'll be pretty pissed off. But I'm not the type of person that an accident, I won't get angry about it. It's a race. At the end of the day, shit happens. Another close battle going on between who's this? David, Michael, and Aaron. Has Aaron got that pass made? No, I don't think he has. I'm gonna have to cope back to the front now. It's so difficult when there's 3 just fighting out for the lead. I will keep an eye on that battle though, because I think Aaron starts to take a few more places. I can't remember. So Chris found himself in first position briefly, and then Victor managed to grab the inside and still hold on to it. As Neil's going to try and now make a move. Oh. Some sexual healing there. There you go, Neil. I don't know whether you knew you entered Chris, but it looks like Victor's made a little bit of a mistake. He's lost his lead. That's what I did when I won't say because it's in the future. Four-play racing. I'm not sure whether they were the best car, but they might have had the best drivers driving them. Another battle going on back here as well. So we are down to the final 4 minutes now. We still have this epic battle going on for first. Still a few more battles in the pack. Everyone's best times were. So quite a lot of 41s, a lot of 42s. Oh, I don't know about that. Have you seen our livery? Designed by me. Yeah, the Beamer's a nice car to drive actually. I'm just not. I'd still prefer the Ferrari over all of them, but it's
get those intervals back. Actually, let's check out the off tracks. Oh, I had the most, but I did get twatted. Oh yeah, when you're when you lift your foot off the pedal, and as you're coming up to the corner, the beamer sounds immense. Nah, Porsche sucks. We'll get to use them this weekend. Got some blimp action. Blimp. Oh, wrong one. Was that this season? That seems like ages ago. Why are you hating on me? Why are you hating? Yeah, the gap is so close between these guys. Let's look at the times. So yeah, you can see that under 0.3 of a second in each lap. Everyone doing 41. Well, there's a few 43s in there, 42s, but they've all done them, so. I have taken next week off, so I have the week to do some racing. So if anybody is about, let's race all day long, all evening long, get some racing done. Yeah, so I noticed this when I was in the Ferrari, when I was behind people, I was catching them up no end. And there we have it. So Chris Sievert takes the win. Neil Andrews in second, Victor Suarez in third, Marcus Calvo in fourth, Aaron Taylor in fifth. David just sneaks over the line and beats Michael into sixth, and Jose Maria Maldonado Vega finishes in eighth. Carlos Gomez in ninth, I believe, as he crosses the line. Go with some blimp action so I can see a little bit more. Antonio Jose Catana finishes in 10th. Juanma Frias Gamas finishes in... I've said it again, haven't I? I need to change your name to start with a H. Frank Algrim finishes in 12th. Dennis finishes in 13th. God, this bit's hard. There we go. I'm coming a line over the line in 17th. I did have to pit twice, but... Yeah, that finish was yeah, crazy. 13 thousandths of a second. You see the difference between who's it? David and Michael, also 0.017. So I think I can now go to the results. I believe I can go to the results. Go to the results. So there we go then. We got Chris Sievert finished in first position. 0.013 in front of Neil Andrews in second for Project Black Racing. Victor Suarez in third. Marcus Carver in fourth. Aaron D. Taylor in fifth. Did really well to actually come back after the spin in the first corner, which put him into the pit lane. David Lee Patterson for Motef Esports finishes in sixth. Michael Andres in seventh for Project Racing Esports. Jose Vega for Puntacero Esports, who actually has backed out of the league, but that is his problem. Carlos Sanchez for Temp Factory Sim Racing in 9th. Antonio Amescu in 10th. Juanma James, I said it right, 11th. Frank Algrim in 12th. Dennis Ratkovitz in 13th. Juan Marquinho in 14th. Darren Goebel in 15th for CXR Esports. Craig Shelton in 16th for Project Black Racing. Phil McDougall for CXR Esports finishes in 17th. Adrian Vasquez finishes in 18th. 19th for Philip Russell for Barash Esports. Javier Quilon finishes in 20th. Chris Needham in 21st for CXR Esports. And the other two guys shouldn't have been there, so I don't know why they were. So we will be back in. Just wait for the annoying fucking emergency services to stop going past my fucking house. Cheers, Fletch. That was a good time for people to start streaming. Anyway, yeah, so we'll be back in 5 minutes for race 2. Okay, just giving it a second again for music. And we are back again for race number 2 of the evening at Daytona. Let's get some race info up. It's the same temperature. It's actually yeah, it's gone down a little bit in temperature. I think from next week we're gonna do the second race will be the time afterwards, because it I don't know whether anybody else that's in the chat realized, but we were racing in the dark on the first race and then we were racing in the light on the second race, so it didn't really make much sense. But for next week we'll do the race number 2 the time afterwards. So if it's sunrise, then the next race will be in morning. Cheers for the subscription as well, Craig, I appreciate that, man. Let's go to the grid. So we can see it's a reverse grid. Vamos! Yeah, reverse grid. So we got Chris Needham in first, Christopher Seaver in second. No, that can't be. How is that right? He won the first race. Oh, anyway, doesn't really matter. We'll kick it off because that seems to be wrong. I'll have to have a word with them about that. So as you can see, we have, so David starts in the pit lane. I think he had a connection error, so he had to jump back in just at the last minute, and I ended up having to start from the pit lane, which wasn't good for him. I think Aaron did the same. Get a bit closer to the action. Yeah, I'm driving in Venom after this 30-minute race. Easy, Sharpie. Hope you're good, man. Ah, you missed the grid. That's what it was. Evening, Aaron. So we are away. Let me keep up with the front. For some reason, Webster's livery didn't load for the second race. So it looks like everyone has got away cleanly. There's a few little swaps of position, but that's what you kind of expect for the first lap of the race. Contrary to belief, I can't speak Spanish. I can understand a little bit, but mostly I just use Google Translate. Whoa, up front. Not very long. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's difficult to follow everyone at this point because everyone's so close together. So me and Dennis had a good battle first at this point. Lots of dust on track. Does anybody know why there's dust on track? Because I would love to get rid of it. Later on this year, Kieran, I believe the Audi is coming to iRacing. And then I'm sure there'll be more all over the place. Has Michael just had a crash there? He has had a crash, but he's waiting for everyone to go past. Welcome to anybody new watching the stream. This is a rerun. Yeah, well, I looked at the track state options and I can't see anywhere where it says throw the Sahara on the second race. Yeah, so I go wide into this corner. I managed to keep hold of it though. Just lost the position to Dennis there. Go back a little bit further because there's quite a few battles brewing here. There's a good battle brewing in for 7th position, I think. Let's show the battles on screen. I think it was on automatic. And I think every week I've tried to, oh, so Phil's just had a bit of a spin going into the bus stop chicane. He's going to lose a few positions there. Let's go back up to this one because I think Javier Killon just manages to pass over or pass underneath Chris. And so there's Hammers. Just got the move done there on Frank. I've just lost a few more positions. Damn. I enjoyed this race though. This was good. That's getting pretty close, pretty tasty. Let's have a look. Yeah, Neil, I'm pretty sure it's set automatic. I think last time, or the previous weeks, I've tried to set it so it was like 80%, rub it in, etc. Maybe I've never clicked the automatically clean marbles though, so I'm maybe thinking it's that. As I go for the inside pass at the bus stop chicane and get it completed. on board with Aaron then, because I think he was storming through the field at this point. So it looks like Marcus Calvo maybe had a slowdown there. Cheers, man. Yeah, I was quite happy with some of my passes in this race. Chris gets on the inside there of one of the 10th factory racers. It's his car in the middle of the track, just what you need to do if you're going to hold on to that position. A little bit of a tap there, not too much though. I think everyone survived well. I think Chris is probably going to lose out this position to Chris Seaver though. Go on board with Neil, trying to get himself into 5th position before he had to go to work. I've kind of forgot that. I was like, where did Neil go? I swear he was in 5th. Good lap there as well, Neil. You just put in a 140.4. I thought there was some changes at the top there, so yeah. Neil goes through. Chris Seaver also gets himself into 6th position. He just made up 2 places there from 8th. Marcus Calvo makes himself a position up, goes into 15th. On board with Frank, because I think Frank's now a little bit closer to one of the 10 factory guys in front. I keep my eye on some of these times. I think this is the closest battle that we've got at the moment. And when I say closest, I'm talking a 10th. As Victor Suarez gets himself into 8th position. Oh, there's been a mistake. There has been a mistake. Who was that? Antonio Jose Catana. God, everyone's so close, I don't even know who to select at the moment. Victor Suarez makes himself, or goes into 7th. Chris Needham goes into 8th. Aaron Taylor goes into 9th. Yeah, Jesus, Kieran, you need to have some rest. David Lee Patterson makes his way into 12th position. Some bumper to bumper action going on here. 3 different people fighting out for 8th position. 2 days, 5 nights. Ooh, screw that. It's not for me. Who we got watching them? Victor Suarez is online. We got Neil online. Aaron's online. Aaron's online. We got Sharpie there as well. We got Juan Carlos Maquinho as well. Probably just merged the name. I do apologise for that. Chris defending the inside line on turn 1. Turn 1 is so difficult when you've got a car side by side because you know you're going to drift over, but you can't. Yep. So you are now out and in the pits. I think this is the battle. So the battle for 8th. As Chris loses 8th. It's the battle for 9th now. It's changing all the time. I didn't realise this midfield pack battle was going on. David goes to the inside at the bus stop. Oh, Chris has lost 2 places in that. That's the thing, when you stay on the outside, you got no chance. You have to cover the inside there if you're gonna keep your position. Yeah, there is a. That's one of the good things about the Daytona road course. I like the banking bits. It's so good just drafting behind someone. There we go. Victor Suarez is in the pits. Marcus Calvo is in the pits. In semi-early, there's still 20 minutes to go. I'm not even sure you can still... Can you put that much fuel in your car? No, I suppose you can. Sounds like there was a little tap. Or someone that crashed somewhere. Victor and Marcus are now exiting the pits. Quick stops as well. 8.1 seconds there for Marcus Calvo. Have a look at the pit strategy. So we have Aaron Taylor pitted on lap 1. He's now done six laps on this run. He's now got himself into 6th though. Impressive run. Let's go on board with myself as I was having a good little battle with Javier Quilon. Over the line, trying to keep the inside line. Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so there you go. You see David's now got 1 as well. Everyone passes over the line. Time deltas. Yeah, so Dennis kind of ran away with it for a little bit. He was, yeah, he was certainly putting in some good times. Well, no, I mean, I think everyone races pretty fairly with everyone in general. I mean, there are going to be accidents. The problem with league racing is like everyone wants to win, everyone wants to do well, so it's difficult. It's difficult to kind of please everybody. When someone has a bad race, you'll find that like you might have 2 or 3 others that have had amazing races. So it's difficult. It's like Chris is being attacked from behind by Juanma Frias James.
Oh, there's been a big mistake there for Frank Algorim, I believe. It was Frank. Let's go back to this battle then. So as we can see, Javier Quilon has managed to get himself past myself. Get himself into second position. When you feel comfortable, Kieran, this is the place to be, I think. You need to, it's just putting the time in on iRacing and just seeing where you can get to. I've been, in the 7-8 months that I've been doing iRacing, like, properly, I've done iRacing before, but just never took it, like, seriously. I've improved so much as a driver. I never thought I'd be able to go side by side with some of these guys, and I've started to manage it. So I'm happy with my pace and my improvements. And considering I've been sim racing for quite a long time, I'm kind of happy with it. Yeah, that's the thing. If you're going to be working 5 nights or 2 days and 5 nights and 12 hours each, yeah, you're going to never have the time for sim racing. You're just going to run asleep when you get home. So there we go. We have David, and who else is in the pits? Carlos Gomez, I think. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's all. Switch over to this battle between Chris Seaver and Javier Quilon. I must have got past Javier at some point. Missed it. Damn. Chris in the pits with a 10.6 second pit stop. So we can see the interval now. So I am 7 seconds off the leader, Dennis, as there might have been a bit of a crash there going into. Philip Russell's just lost it going into the bus stop chicane. Unlucky Phil. So there's quite a few taking their pit stops. Let's have a look at these strategies. So Dennis has stayed out. No, Dennis is in the pits. I'm going to stay with Dennis in the pits because of the exit. I don't know what happened on his exit, but something happened. He's leaving the pits and he's just put... Looks like he's just put too much power down and... Well, that's never going to help. So the mass exit out of the pits. David Lee Patterson gets himself into 8th position. Go back down to the front though, because I think this is where it started to get a little bit tasty. I was kind of egging on one of these two to start helping me drift to try and catch up to Dennis, because that was the only way we were going to catch him. Once you're out of the draft, there's no chance in the straight lines. But then again, once you're by yourself, there can sometimes not be any... Who's this in the pits? That's Dennis. No, Dennis? No, it can't be Dennis. Dennis is still driving around. So just over 9 minutes of the race to go before I have to love you and leave you, because I've got to go and race at Sebring. The Venom Works, which should be fun. I'm looking forward to that. You love a bit of Sebring. Except, well, that was the first ever race I ever raced on iRacing, endurance-wise. It's like, yeah, just come and do Sebring. Oh yeah, by the way, it's dark. Some real close action here. I wasn't giving it up though. I was holding that tight line on the. Oh no, that's what happened to Javier. I was wondering what happened to him. He's literally buried his car through the concrete. Caught the back end of that battle as Aaron takes himself up in to 13th position, passing Chris. Go back to this battle for 8th though. Oh, that's not a battle. It said it was a battle, but then when I got there was no battle. Why is it giving me a pit out position? Oh, is it because Chris is in the pits? Right, okay, now I get it. Okay, so yeah, the splits have gone a little bit mental. This is the closest battle at the moment. It does get tasty though. It does get tasty. These last 5 minutes. I couldn't work out what I wanted to do, and I was trying all sorts of things. But as you can see, we started to catch up quite dramatically now, so that 7 seconds that was there at one point has now gone down to 2.5 seconds. We'll go on board with Chris then, I guess, as he was starting to catch me up. I'm not going to be streaming my Venomworks race, so I'm just going to do a replay of that because I want to concentrate this week. Not have to worry about streaming. Chris almost lost the back end there. Gone on board again with Adrian Pazos Vasquez. From watching those intervals. Oh, wrong one. Gaps. Oh no, Adrian Pascal Vasquez has just had an error. He's lost that little battle that he was having. Get rid of those cones, we don't need them. Yeah, I don't think that was Jay Blaster. I think it was someone else. I could be wrong. People gained as well. So yeah, you can see Dennis gained 16 positions. Pretty impressive start that I think he had, because I think he started in like 16th position or something like that, and he's, well, yeah, he has started in 16th position. That's quite obvious. 470, whichever is the correct one. Hit it on lap 11. So David now catching up to the back of Marcus Calvo. David's going to get the inside line here because Marcus has made a little bit of a mistake, so David gets himself into 6th position. Now let's go back to this front battle, the battle for first. Yeah, I can't remember. I do slightly remember the time that Kieran is talking about, but I just can't remember who it was. Oh no, it was yeah, I know who it was. Yeah, I know who it was. I went wide there. I took the lead and just went wide. I was just, you know, when you get the lead, you get a little bit excited, make a mistake on the first corner. Not what you want to do. I need to improve that, but Philip Russell goes a little bit wide there, but I think that was partly to let everyone through. Beautiful little shot there. Cheers for the follow, Victor. Appreciate it. Gracias, Ethan. Back into the lead. 1 minute to go. I was going to hold it back. I don't know why I didn't. But I should have held back because I knew how close Chris was. And it was only going to take it. Oh no, I got a slowdown. I got a slowdown at that point. I was going through the bus stop chicane and I got a slowdown. Like an absolute idiot. Just trying to push it just that little bit to the extreme, which then gave Chris the advantage, which he started catching me up. We got Victor as well, not too far behind us. I went wide and Chris has got the 2nd position. And now all I'm praying for is just that we get onto the bank and I can somehow draft past them all. Quick look at this little bow before we go back to the front again. I think it's broken out again. So on the last lap, this is it, the last bit of the race. We're on the banking. Is this the last lap? I'm not too sure. It must have been. Going through the bus stop chicane.
Everyone's getting mighty close. You can see that Chris is starting to close in a little bit on Dennis. I think Darren's just taking the drive through. Yeah. Look how close that was at the end. Yeah. Hey Chris. Yeah, that was some crazy good racing. I really enjoyed it. I don't even care I came third. I could have come first, I could have come second, third, didn't really matter. Let's get some donuts out of the way. Oof. Get the old spirograph going. Anyone remember spirograph? The old Daytona spirograph. Who got it going? Yeah, honestly, really impressive racing between everyone in both of those races, considering the week before was a little bit of a mess. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't too happy with about the week before. Kind of put a damper on my whole entire week, but then that was other things as well that was going on. But yeah, it was some pretty impressive racing. So let's have a look at the leaderboard or the race results. So we have Dennis Rakovitz in first for Project Racing Esports, Christopher Seaver in second for Barn Sim Sport, Phil McDougall in third for CXR Esports, Juan James for 10 Factory Sim Racing in fourth, David Lee Patterson for Motep Esports in fifth, Marcus Calvo 10 Factory Sim Racing in sixth, Carlos Sanchez in seventh, 10 Factory Sim Races, Juan Marquinho finishes in eighth for 10 Factory Escuderia, Frank Algrim in 9th for Project Racing Esports, Michael Andres in 10th for Project Racing Esports, Aaron D. Taylor in 11th for Project Black Racing. Actually, I've just remembered, Bit Suarez actually finished in 4th position, so everybody from there moves down 1 position. I think it's because we were doing donuts at the end, but we will discount that. So where are we up to? Chris Needham finishes then in 13th for CXR Esports. Adrian Vasquez finishes in 14th. Darren Goebel finishes in 15th. Philip Russell finishes in 16th. Victor Suarez finished in 4th. Javier Quilon finishes in 17th for 10th Factory Sim Races. Antonio Amescu finishes in 19th position for 10th Factory Scuderia. Craig Shelton for Project Black Racing finishes in 20th. Neil M. Andrews finishes in 21st for Project Black Racing. Jose Vega finishes in 22nd for Puntacero Esports. So there we have it, and we are on to next week, which is at Spa. So we have 2 races at Spa next week. Endurance pits should be good. Yeah, Vince, you did really well, P3 and P4. Yeah, I was watching it back last night, and yeah, it's so odd. I don't understand, because all you did was you drove through, but then the only thing I can think of is you hit the other side of the track. So whether it counted as you hadn't completed a lap or something, I don't know. It was weird, but we've corrected it. All good. I hope there's no crashes at Eau Rouge. I don't think there will be, but you never know. I hope not. I seriously hope not. I think we've got a great bunch of people now racing. I think it starts to wean off with some of the people that don't. They kind of, not that they're not good, but they just don't like to race other people when other people are as fast as them, and that's the thing. It's like you have to respect your other fellow racers. So I think, yeah, I think Spa should be good. I enjoy Spa. We've done 24-hour races at Spa before, so yeah, should be good. But anyway, boys, I have got to go. I will be, because I'm racing on Venaworks in a second at Sebring. We will be back streaming tomorrow night for Project Cars at the Algarve circuit in the touring cars. So 2 races there. Same thing as kind of tonight. There is a reverse grid, but only the top 3 don't get to qualify for the second race, so they start at the back. But yeah, that should be fun. So we'll be online from about 8:30, 8:15 tomorrow night. So we'll catch you then. Cheers for watching, guys. Thank you.